People were sent to troll you, but they ended up liking you instead. A very petty person was trying to launch a smear campaign where there was nothing to smear. Petty, jealous, mad that you rejected them, and it could just be friendship. That's really what I'm getting. It doesn't have to be romantic. Let's see. I got haunted. All right. Whoever sent them to do this is haunted. Like, it doesn't have to be literal trolling like online. I keep getting like someone who works at a reception desk, who interacts with public but also interacts like internally at a company. Could be somebody in HR, like a place where, you know how it is that you work someplace, it's easy to go to HR for something. You can almost always find a reason to go to HR if you want to. Not that you'd want to, but if you work in HR, for example, suddenly there might be an influx of people. It's like, it doesn't have to be either one of those places. It could be anywhere, but people have been sent to try to mess with you in some way or gather evidence that there's no evidence. Karmic friends, okay. This person who tried to do this to you, these are their karmic friends. And people are seeing through them now. They realize they've done this over and over. It's the kind of person who posts a lot of stuff on social media, like especially Facebook. Those really passive-aggressive posts where you can tell they're talking about somebody, but you don't know who they're talking about. I'm talking petty. Ignore this person. Ignore all this stuff. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry about. They thought they were really going to find something. They're upset because you rejected them in some way. Like, you know what? It could be you believe this person too. Because I know how it is. We get angry. Like, this person is really good at rallying people to do this kind of dirty work, but they usually only fall for it one time and then they don't do it again. Jackpot, ego, crying over you, cyberbully. This person's crying over you, and they're crying because the people they sent to mess with you didn't work. It didn't work. They're upset about that. It's like, what did they think they were going to find? I had someone do that to me once a long time ago. Someone stalking me. Not going to get into it. Just going to say they were outside my apartment with a digital camera, taking a video of me as I came back from going out with some friends. Nothing was going on. It was so weird. They were trying to get some kind of evidence to send to somebody because they were... Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to say there was nothing to find. I wasn't doing anything. And if I was, it wasn't that person's... It wasn't their business, you know. That's what I mean. It's like this person's just so mad and so jealous that they believe their own lies. They're haunted by whatever happened in the past. Like, just losing you haunts them. Hurt ego. Cyberbully jackpot. This jackpot, it's like people feel like they hit the jackpot with you. Like, some people really ended up liking you. And they're kind of like glad that they gave into this trolling experience. They thought they were doing it for the good, okay? They thought they were, but they've learned differently. Because these aren't people who would normally go around doing this, but you know how it is. People get sent from TikTok all the time to Facebook and other platforms to troll people, but they think they're doing it for the good. People got to know you even just for a little bit and realized it was not for the good, that this person had trumped up charges against you, not actual charges, but this person had lied. And they've done this over and over. And again, you might be on the receiving end of that too, or you might have seen that before and gone around trying to fight the good fight. That's what I mean. These people think they're fighting a good fight. You may have been tricked into fighting the good fight for this person and come to realize it was the worthless fight. All right? Petty. Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense. They just got their feelings hurt. They're really in their ego. Got their feelings hurt. What else? I mean, they really liked you. Whoever this person is really likes you. And they felt like they hit the jackpot with you. That's what this jackpot's about. Yeah. Came to troll you, but they left liking you. Everything backfired. Massively. People aren't going to trust this person again. But they go through this. This isn't the first time. Again, may have happened to you. And people are talking about it. They don't want to even be with this person's friend anymore. But no, if just for your purposes, because it's just for your intuition, if you were wondering why all of a sudden an influx of people you never even met before or barely knew, suddenly they're nice to you or asking you weird questions. Just, you know how you just get the creeps around people, not the creeps, but just someone's telling you, why'd they ask me that? Why are they here? Why do they care enough to do this in droves? Like, what's going on here? And it may not be droves, it just may be a couple people, but still, that's a lot comparatively. Percentage-wise, it was like a 300% increase in the attention you usually get for reasons you didn't understand. Like, let's say, for example, you work as a cashier. Okay, look, love triangle. We'll get to that in a second. Let's say you work at a cashier someplace, and suddenly all these new people start coming in out of nowhere. Just like increased business, and you don't know why, because it's not like there's an event going on someplace. You'll see an increased business if there's a business with an event going on, people coming in, more foot traffic, but that's not what's happened. Love triangle. Okay, that's why the person really got their feelings hurt. They feel like you put them in a love triangle, or that you chose someone when you should have chosen them, and it could just be friendship. But even if it's friendship, I'm getting that this person had more than friendship feelings for you, even if you're not usually into that gender, okay? Yeah, I'm getting that vibe from it. Someone who didn't want to take no for an answer, or just didn't understand why you weren't attracted to them. And if it was friendship, they didn't understand why you didn't want to hang out. Look, this is a very immature person who has done this. They put people in the middle of their drama all the time. They like to start drama. But they believe their own lies. They really thought something was going on here. Like, they thought people were going to believe their lies. Have you ever had that happen? I have. Oh gosh, some of the biggest lies. And you ever been talking to somebody and they start asking you weird questions? Like, this happened to me just a few years ago, and it was because somebody was launching a smear campaign. It's over now, but so stupid. It was so stupid. But I was talking to somebody and they asked me a question or said something. I'm like, what did you hear about me? Because that thing you just said to me, that doesn't even apply to me. And they just looked at me funny. And I could tell that it's because they had believed a lie. That's what's going on here. You may have had that happen. But that person who asked me that question, they ended up just like this. They started to realize, look, I believed a crazy person, or just a petty, jealous person who likes to start drama, who doesn't take rejection well, gets obsessed with people. Okay, car drama, ignoring, unbothered. All right, car drama. What happened in a car? Even for me, like that situation I was just telling you about, this was someone I actually did spend a lot of time in a car with. So car has something to do with this, or just moving, transporting somebody, like you used to give them rides someplace and you stopped. I got mad that you wouldn't give them a ride. Person could have disabilities, not be able to drive or something like that. That's a big part of this. Unbothered, ignoring. Ignore this and remain unbothered. Just remain clueless, like you don't even know what's going on. If people ask you about it, just act like nothing's happening. Don't fuel this. Just know that you won. You came out ahead. Ignore it. Just ignore it. It'll die out, and this person's going to move on to the next victim. The next person who has wronged them. A lot of times it's not that anybody wronged them. It's their way of compensating because they wronged somebody, like stole money. Or just all kinds of different things I can think of. Like rented a house from somebody, and then when they move out, the person they were renting from shows people all the damage they did to the house, and then the person decides they just hate that person from now on. Look, There's some weird stuff out there. Look, this isn't even worth your time. It's just petty drama. Let's go on to what you should do about it. Nothing. I'm just going to get 2 cards. Nothing to fear, no reason to doubt. That's about you coming out clean, okay, and having nothing to fear from this person. And a lot of these people who ended up liking you, they're not going to go back to this person and say anything because they don't want to receive the same wrath. And it's not that it's even wrath, it's the fact that they don't want their time wasted. They don't want their time wasted. They don't want to be part of this drama again. So this person has lost a lot of friends in the midst of this, and they're going to continue to lose friends. This is someone who goes through friends just like a revolving door because they use people, and when they can't use them anymore, they launch a smear campaign. Like when you caught on and were like, you know what, I don't have to give this person rides everywhere, if that's what it was. It could just be an example of something else. But when you cut them off is when they got upset. Last card. Petty, petty, petty. So petty. Okay. 2 cards came out. Oh, look. You have no fear, which goes with this, nothing to fear. And you are wealthy and prosperous in every aspect of your life. I want you to know this is over. Don't give it any fuel. If this person did take something, I think they took time. You're getting everything back. You don't have to worry about anything, okay? Like, they may have stolen money. They may have stolen money from you. People will do that, like steal money or take money, act like they're going to pay you back, then play the victim and say that you did something to them, so they're, in their mind, they're justified in not paying you back. It's their karma. They can't take from you because you are wealthy and prosperous in every aspect of your life. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.